Okay, so mental health and unpack it. Take two. So, mental health and unboxing. I chose to do a few things that are new to me. Three things all at once. I guess that's why I've overburdened myself. So, number one is the piano intro to Freebird, the live version on the whistle test. Not the album version, because it's just so pretty. Number two is the solo, not from Freebird. Just a very simple solo. I've forgotten what it was, but it's just a very normal song, like almost like the Cheap Trick, the Flame solo, something short and sweet, not too advanced. And number three was the keyboard intro to Take On Me. Simple. Start off with, well, not simple. So I'm having to break through. I thought it was just one wall. I described this as the last wall, but it's not. It's huge. So that's all about not just learning these songs, but learning sheet music, if that's possible. If it's not, don't worry about it. Learning scales and things like that. If I can't, then it doesn't matter. I bought my first guitar to play Eruption, obviously, Van Halen, and Randy Rhoads' Crazy Train, Mr. Crowley. That's why I bought my guitar. And the first book I ever bought to play along with was Surfing with an Alien from Joe Satriani. So at the time, I was a total nut job. I was completely off the planet, so I couldn't coordinate my fingers. In fact, maybe a decade after I bought my first guitar, I could finally play and sing at the same time. That was a breakthrough. So that was wall number one. Let's call that wall number one. So this is the final wall. I don't know what wall number it is. Yeah, so right, so another big breakthrough is reading non-fiction, and I've got none in here. Well, they're not on the camera. Anyway, reading instructions. So let's just go with reading instructions. Let's just go with the hardest one. I mean, there's no instructions with this at all. So this has been frustrating. I've given up. I've come back to it 3 days later, and in the video you're going to see it'll all seem like it was all done within half an hour, but it's going to take a week to film that video. So yeah, I followed some suggestions. I got some blue tack. You can't imagine how just tiny that is. It's like for a 5-year-old's fingers to screw a nut, to nut a nut onto that. So I'm going to blue tack it in. I got so frustrated I was going to super glue the damn thing in. I might do that. See, the two that go in here are as small as the smallest one, so my fingers can't get there, and I've got to put that in and 2 screws all in the one little area. So that's not going to happen. Might just have to super glue them in. I don't know, I went a bit mad. When I go shopping I go mad, I buy everything. Found some more glue sticks. I think that's for Jess though, because she's starting to come out more. I'm beating myself up because we're all moving forward, and we're not moving forward fast enough for the world to accept us as properly being an official member of society. So you just drop the nut. Put it in that one. Right, so this has arrived, and I had, yeah, like, what am I saying? Okay, so I had zero energy, so I'm trying to learn to read instructions. I'm trying to learn to read non-fiction, but more specifically instructions. So the first instruction I ever got was in 1989 or 1990, when I bought Richard's A500, and he gave me the Populist manual, the Powermonger manual, the Elite manual, and the Megalomania manual. and couldn't follow them. So these games have never been played. I have, or used to have them. I don't know why I threw them away. I used to have them in the boxes, the original boxes and discs and all that, which is worth tons. I mean, tons of money. I've got a CD32 game up there. They're asking about $900 for it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So Cult, year 2000 coming. Save the world, lead everybody to Christ, heal in Jesus' name, cast out demons. I've forgotten what the verse is, but no brain for me at all. No need for my brain to exist. My brain didn't belong to my body. Okay, it was taken over by someone else. Therefore, I had no access to read fiction. Non-fiction or instructions. There's some. Why the hell would you have instructions on a blue tack thingy? So breaking through, falling asleep. I'm learning Python for this. I'm learning assembly language for this. If you can see my A500 keyboard. The parts are all here, so another project is putting that one together, selling it for about $800-900. These things are just over the top prices. If I want an Amiga 1200 again, that was sitting in the sunroom, 1994, it's not there anymore, $2,000. We're looking at $2,000 to buy a retro computer. So you could fix these all up and sell them and raise your own money to buy a 2000. But is it worth it? I mean, you can build a retro computer with the Raspberry Pi nowadays. So yeah, I mean, because and I'm posting this everywhere, how do you hook up the Amiga's hardware to a Raspberry Pi made Amiga or an Arduino made Amiga? Can it be done? Is it possible? I have to research that, but that's why I've decided to keep one of the 500s just to use the hardware. The last comment I got was, it's impossible, stick to the hardware. So I'm keeping one, selling two. And I'm keeping this one, selling the boring grey one, ordering another one of these, selling it with the 600. But what were we talking about? Okay, mental health. So trying to learn, well, I did learn Python. Python was easy. But then I went to assembly, which is far more important to me because I want to move sprites around the Amiga screen and blitters and create a demo. This is a goal. I got my, like I said, got my Amiga in 1990. My goal back then was as soon as I saw a demo or a crack intro, whatever they're called, my first passion was to learn how to do that. And 2004, 2014, 26 years later, I have the brain capacity to do that, and it's rather simple. After all these years, it's rather simple. So back in 2002, my question was, how do programmers incorporate both sound, music, and sprites animation into a game? That's the question I asked. That's the question I wanted answered. The tutor was so bad, sorry Alistair, but I walked out and just walked away from programming altogether. Now I can program an NES or an Atari 2600 and move sprites around. So I'm getting there. It may sound crazy, old 1970s shit, but you know. Anyway, that's my decision I've made. I've chosen to walk away from the world, right? Chosen to walk away from the world. Big decision. So this year is 2020 is 1970. What's left of 1970? I'll be looking at things that existed in 1970, whether it was Black Sabbath's first or second album, or what type of computers they had in 1970. 5150. I think Van Halen, Eric Holmberg, listen to me, I think instead of suicide, as you believe, Van Halen named the album 5150 after the first computer ever made. That's just my theory. Anyway, so, packaging. Packaging. I know what's in here. I know what's in here. We're having, I have to take that back. Having DID, sometimes things just, I don't have access to where things are. I have a PlayStation 1 that I'm modding and selling, and it's just not anywhere. I have no idea. It can only be around here. I have no idea. Anyway, so I know what's in the packaging. I know what's in the packaging. So we'll rip them open very gently. These are ones that I've never owned before. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Isn't he cute? Oh, hello, ducky. Oh, you gotta do this, yeah. So Nonsense Town is totally gonna happen, because I'm buying specific things. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is the only girl puppet I've got. Hi. How are you? I'm good. Yeah, can you speak with your, can you be trend? That's another, thing that I've got to learn to be a ventriloquist. Discipline. Another discipline to learn. So my new monkey, backup monkey, he needs more hair because he arrived with his hair falling out. Tiger, where's Tiger? Oh, I can go to Spotlight. I'll go to Spotlight because Tiger's lost an eye. So, yeah, we'll get you a new eye. They all go in one bag, along with the boss. The boss. They all go in the one bag, so I don't lose them, and they stay right there, and they don't move. They stay in the puppet bag. So this chair, I can't see it on camera, this chair is going to be the stage for the puppets. Now what have we got in here? I don't want to read it because that would spoil the fun. I forgot. Okay, before I do this. So, he's been watching a lot of Christian TV and One World Government, World Conspiracy. The election is rigged by the One World Government. The marijuana law is rigged by the One World Government. Jacinda is being put in by the High Church of Satan, so there's no point in voting because she's going to get in anyway. The suicide bill is sending more people to hell. What was the other one? And then he had a go at me because I contacted the power company because the power went out, and because I did it on my phone, he thought I wasn't doing anything. So he threw a big hissy fit about that. So, sorry, this is too emotional. Back to the acting. What did I do with my scissors? I don't know. You put them right there. I have like, there are parts, yeah, I'm going to talk to my counsellor. There's huge gaps in my memory between 2000 and 2009. I don't know where I was, I don't know what I was doing. There's that, which is obviously to do with alters having those memories. I understand that. I don't have access to any of that because it was all horrific abuse, as I post in the recovering ex-Christians website, laying on of hands, casting out demons, blah blah blah, gay conversion therapy, blah blah blah. But that was 94. Anyway, what was I saying? So I have this is weird, I have a very temporary amnesia as well. So if I read a number to put into a website to use that as a password, I forget between 1 second. So I don't know what the hell that's about. Oh, has it arrived? Seriously? No. No way. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh. It has. It's arrived. What the hell, man? 2 of them? Oh my gosh. Now I can finish my Arduino. Oh yeah. Gosh, it's been... Again, mental health. When I owned this back in the 90s, whenever I bought it, the one I had back then, didn't have access to my brain to use instructions, so I didn't do anything with it. But now I can. But I'm also thinking of animating this one as well and use that as part of Nonsense Town. So, you know, be like a robot. Hello, how are you? What are you doing? I'm from the FBI. We are under arrest. So it's small. But anyway, I was wanting that, so wanting this the other day. Trying to get that bloody screw in. And I figured out my dad's got a magnifying glass that I used to read with. So I got 2 of these now. So this is, in a weird way, going back in time again. Everything for me is about reclaiming my childhood, which was stolen from me. Not just by the church, but the other thing is not to be talked about in these videos. So Birkenhead, Highbury, 1990s, early 90s, early 2000s, late 90s. This Dick Smith Electronics, which doesn't exist anymore. In fact, the property that it was on is all crumbled. Big mud, big hole in the ground, whatever. So two things I bought in late 90s, early 2000s. I used to buy these when they were brand new, the Funway kits, and I bought one to work with the Funway kits. I didn't have access to my brain because I was too busy waiting for the end of the world to come. Didn't care, I won't say that. Got a free rubber band. Shut up. Didn't have time to use my brain for anything. So abuse with the worship teams, so learning to Freebird, Sweet Home, whatever, easy guitar solo, How You Gonna See Me Now, Alice Cooper, something simple. So this is a 1-year goal from today. So understanding electronics, number 1, understanding electronics, number 2, repairing hardware, number 3, programming hardware, and number 4, being able to play a song. If we go Freebird, that would be a 2-year goal. Make Freebird a 2-year goal, Mr. Crowley like a 5-year goal, whatever. But let's just work towards this, where at the end of this series, which will be 5 years away, wow, a YouTube series that long, yeah, playing songs. I can sing a lot better than I did before when I used to do pubs, karaoke, but I haven't sung in so long. My voice is making me sick. You know, my throat is just bleh. So getting back into the singing. Getting back into the singing is going to help me read instructions, which aren't anywhere. How's that for instructions? Yeah, cool. So that's me when I wake up. I've got so much to play with. This is so cool. Thanks for watching. Bye.